So why can you be calm, happy, relaxed and sleepy when sat on the sofa, and then as soon as you crawl into bed, it vanishes into thin air? It's such a frustrating thing. I had it during my own 20 years of insomnia. A lot of my clients report this too. And so this video is going to answer what's going on, and it's going to help you prevent it from happening as well. So to answer what's going on, well, there's really two things. The first is called the conditioned response of the bed being placed of worry and wakefulness. And the second is due to a shift in intent. So what do I mean when you condition the brain that the bed is a place of worry and wakefulness? Well, when you've got insomnia, and you've spent hours and hours in bed, fighting sleep, forcing sleep, pleading with sleep, wishing you could set fire to the bed, counting down the minutes until the morning, getting more angry, getting stressed, getting worried, when going to bed is like sleep Russian roulette. And will I sleep tonight? Won't I sleep tonight? This causes the brain to associate the bed not as a place of sleep, but a place of anger, stress, worry, rumination. Imagine I said to you, in 2 hours' time, you've got to go in a torture chamber. Already 2 hours before bed, before going to that torture chamber, heart rate, body temperature, adrenaline, cortisol starting to increase. As soon as you're in that torture chamber, instant fear, instant terror. That is what is happening when you get into the bedroom and bed at night time. Doesn't matter how comfy your bed is, you have the perfect pillows, blackout blinds, mattress. If you've conditioned the bed that the place isn't a place of sleep or relaxation, then the brain will instantly become alert as soon as you get into it. So that is the first thing that is happening. The second thing that is happening is something called the shift in intent. So have a think what you're doing when you're watching TV downstairs. You're not trying to sleep. You're trying to watch a film. You're trying to listen to what the characters are saying. You're not trying to escape from wakefulness. Wakefulness isn't something that's threatening to you. Wakefulness isn't something that's undesirable. In fact, when you're watching TV, you actively want to be awake. You're choosing to be awake. It's very, very different when you get into bed at night time. As soon as you're getting in under those covers, that's when the frustration starts that you're not sleeping. That's when the effort starts to try and sleep, because you forcibly want to shift from wakefulness to sleep. You want to run away from wakefulness. You want to become out of that state. And so effort, force, control, frustration that you can't force this thing to happen. And that's when body temperature, adrenaline, cortisol all increases, hyperarousal, and then even if you were sleepy while sat on the sofa, suddenly that melts away and that vanishes. So those are the two things at play there. And really this shift in intent comes from the really unhelpful belief when it comes to sleep that it is possible to force control and make yourself sleep. Sleep is a natural physiological process. If you've been on this channel for a while, you're going to know what I'm saying is the only thing that makes you sleep, only thing that makes you sleep is your sleep drive. And if you've got that belief that if you can nostril breathe to sleep, if you can relax to sleep, if you can do things really, really well to try and sleep, then it's going to backfire, because it's like trying to do nostril breathing or relaxation in order to try to turn your hair blue. Very, very, very impossible for me, but also impossible for you as well, even if you've got a lovely lock of luscious, gorgeous hair. Impossible to do that. So what can you do in order to make this a lot easier? What you need to do is start breaking down that association of the bed being a place of worry and wakefulness. And the way to do that is, if you are in bed, calm, happy, relaxed, no problem, no worries. Lie there, allow sleep to come, and it will. But if you feel that rumination, that stress, that frustration starting to build up, sit up in bed, watch some TV, put some Netflix on. I promise you, blue light isn't going to kill you. Be worrying and obsessing about blue light is. There's so many things we're told that we shouldn't do when it comes to sleep. Good sleepers watch Netflix in the middle of the night. They don't catch on fire. Everything's fine. It's fine for them. It's fine for you too. It's only since you started struggling with your sleep where you started to come up this laundry list of 1,000 things you're no longer allowed to do because of it. I'm here to tell you to start moving back to doing the things you used to do when you're a good sleeper. And if watching Netflix before bed or in in bed was one of those things. I'm all for it. Brilliant, fantastic, wonderful. So essentially what you're doing here, you're just not allowing the brain to ruminate and get stressed and get worried in the middle of the night. You're not allowing that conditioned response to build. You're just teaching the brain, look, if you're in bed, you're either calm, passive, relaxed in bed and not asleep. That's fine. Or you're in bed, calm, happy, relaxed, watching TV or reading a book or listening to a podcast. That's fine. Or you're in bed and you're asleep. These are the three things that are allowed. What isn't allowed is that frustration, that anger, that problem solving, that rumination, that fight or fight, that kind of heightened stress that you allow when you are lying in bed for hours and hours, kicking the pillows, fighting with sleep, punching the mattress. That is the only thing that isn't helpful when it comes to your sleep. So essentially you're breaking down that conditioned response and you're teaching the brain that the bed is again a place of happiness and is a place of calm. And also another incredibly helpful thing to do is to spend less time in bed with the sleep window. And if you want to learn how to do that, watch this video up here. And if you really want to overcome your insomnia for the good, take a look at my program on sleepz.com, step by step, week by week. That is going to help you be free of it forever. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.